and realizing there's only one heart and one mind, and that mind is God's mind. It's neither either or. That when I pull it together, then I really know who I am. I really can look at myself and say I'm a mighty moving power of God, because it brings me right in the moment. It brings me right in the moment, right here, right now, be here now. We say there's only one mind, that mind is God's mind, that mind is my mind now. That's why we say now, to pull right in the moment. Because when I'm in the paradigm, and I'm talking about myself, you see, when I'm in that paradigm, I'm in the past. I'm thinking about the past. I mean, I think most of you know that I'm a raw foodist. In the last couple of weeks, you could say sort of. Yeah. I went to a football game yesterday, and we had a tailgate where the alumni comes and they have all this food. And I walked up and I smelled the smells. Actually, for the last week or so, I've been nibbing. I'm back in the old paradigm because I'm thinking in the past. I'm thinking in the past. And I walked up yesterday and they had sausage. Of all things, I looked and it looked so good, and it placed me back when I thought I was back in D.C. In D.C. back in the 60s, they had what they call half smokes. And I've been dreaming about half smokes. And before I know it, I had 2 on my plate. And I ate them. Yeah. And good for me, he said. But it's the old paradigm. Actually, afterwards, I could feel it. I could feel the heaviness of it. And that just wasn't one time. For the last couple of weeks, I've been just nibbling. And I'm getting ready, I'm making a change, going back. I'm stopping. I'm moving back to, I'm bringing the head and heart together. But if this was just the head thing, I could smell them. I was 40 years younger when I was eating that sausage. And you should have just seen me. And I was popping my mouth, and I had grease all over my mouth, and I just felt so good, and I didn't care. That's where I was. But that's the way life is, and talking with individuals. We get caught up into the past. When we're either in the head or heart, many times we're in the past, especially when we're in the head. We are not living in the present. And the idea is to live in the presence. That's where the newness is. And I was thinking about the newness of this teaching. Religious science, I'm thinking about the newness of it. And that second step, it said it's done now. And when we bring ourselves back to the now, all power is in the now. If we just focus on the now. We just concentrate on the now. That really is the secret. That really is the secret, to come into the now. And to be in the now. The more we focus in the now, the more that we are in the now, the more we love and respect ourselves. The more we, especially as New Thoughters, religious scientists, metaphysicians, we know who we are. We know that we are mighty moving powers of God in our world. Because in the now, we can look at our world and realize that we made our world. And how powerful we are to have done that. I made a family. I made these kids. I made a husband. I made a wife. I made a house. I made a car. I like my car. I did all of these things. It came from my thought. I thought of the lady running a marathon now. I would have never thought that she would be able to run a marathon. Look at me. My little mind thought that. But there's something in me when I bring the mind and the heart together. I know each and every one of us can fly. We can do anything that we choose to do. When we come into the now and realize who we are. I tell you what, my money is on you. Yeah. My grandfather used to tell me, he said, "You're my horse if you never win a race." I'm always going to be betting on you because I believe in you. And I know that's what the divine spirit is saying. Yeah. I love you. I don't care what you're doing. And I know that you are all powerful. Come into the now. But in these times, it's so easy to fall outside of the now. I would like to take this from the perspective of positive concentration. Positive concentration. Positive concentration means to concentrate metaphysically. Concentrating not to make something happen, but to concentrate on who we are. Our divine self. Use your concentration to know that you're unified. Use that type of concentration. Not that, I'm going to get it now. E equal M. No, it's one of those alphabets. Not that type of concentration. Not making it happen. The concentration of being quiet and knowing who we are. Just knowing who we are. And knowing from this place, from where we are, from right here, right now, that we can move in any direction we choose to move into. And another thing, while the now is unfolding in its beauty and in its perfection, with every heartbeat and every breath taken, know that change is taking place and that we are moving with that current of change. Today I was reading the treatment in New Thought for this day, Sunday the 19th. And I read the quote. It's from Andrew Rouse. And Andrew said, "In the depth of silence, the heart whispers of peace. A smile spreads out of a flower, and the currents of life move with bliss. The kiss of the wind calms all." Yeah. That when we take that time, how often do we take that time to clear our minds and to think and to remember who we are? To actually just feel the wind. You know, most of the time, we're so busy with our mind, we think, oh, wasn't that breeze? Didn't that breeze feel good? We're not feeling it in the moment, you know, we feel it in the past. Didn't that feel good? And then we wait for another one to come so we could really, really enjoy. Yeah. And what I enjoy is the great minds around this place. When I'm in the moment, I enjoy the great minds. I was sharing with you the conversation I had on Thursday with, I feel, a great man.